Hi everyone, it's Millie here at Learning to Live Life on a Budget. Welcome back. I just wanted to start today's video saying a massive thank you to absolutely everyone. Firstly, like the comments and love that I've received on my last couple of videos that have come out have been amazing. Like, I literally reading them because I'm not very good at like social media and checking regularly. I'm very forgetful and I'm very scatty and I lose my phone a lot. Don't worry, it's always in the house somewhere, or when I had a car I used to leave it in the car and not realise till like late at night. So I'm not very good at being on my phone regularly, but so I did like a bulk read, and it was just like I welled up. I really did. I don't know. Thank you doesn't seem big enough, really. So thank you for all your comments. It means so much. It keeps me doing videoing, and that helps me stay on budget. So your feedback and kind comments and words have such a massive impact, and I think we all relate to it as well. Those of us that have channels and do videos, you know, the feedback feeds in and it helps us keep our budget going, because we want to do well, not just for ourselves but for you guys as well. So yeah, and also I have hit 300 subscribers. I'm just floored, like, oh my gosh. Yeah, just wow, I can't believe it. So thank you everyone. If you haven't seen my May budget setup that came out, I think the last video would have been a Happy Mail video. So the one before that was the May budget setup video. There's a giveaway in that. Go to that video. All you have to do is leave a comment. It's a £10 Amazon voucher. Well, e-voucher. So yeah, go check that out. And it's just easy to keep it all in one place. You can't, if you comment on this video, it doesn't enter you into the giveaway because it's just too many places to go and look. So go to the May budget video if you haven't already. So today is April week 4 budget closeout. For me, April is a 5-week month. So I have one more week to go. I feel like this is my first proper month of budgeting and all of that with you guys on the channel, and actually it's probably my first proper month of budgeting, and craziness hasn't really ensued. It's been a bit all over the place. My income is a lot higher this month because I got back pay and certain benefits where I've moved on to them and they've kicked in. So it's been a bit all over the place, and I've managed to really, my sinking funds, I looked, let's see, where is it? On a tracker I made the other day. Here it is. I just drew it up in my book. My budget by Paycheck workbook is meant to be a subscription page, but I don't have that many subscriptions. They're just in my bills. But I started April with mainly zeros in my sinking funds. And as we approach May, I'm going to try and do it on the 1st of every month. I'm looking forward to filling that out because most things have a little something in them. So yeah, so it's kind of, you know, especially with my May budget setup going in, I'm sort of thinking that there's been a lot going on this month, and I also was thinking about goals, setting up the new month, and I'm happy to say that I think it was last week I hit my 10 no spend days. I don't know if I can't zoom in and out on my phone, unfortunately, so I'm zoomed in so you can see me writing, because the May budget setup, I don't think you could see as much as I thought you could, or it wasn't as easy to see, but I have hit my 10 no spend days. Fantastic. Whoop, whoop. And all the bills being paid on time, which is even more fantastic. I just haven't hit this goal. I don't think. I haven't checked to see if I've hit the 2 weeks on budget and spending, because it's all been a bit all over the place. So grab a coffee. It's early in the morning here. I'm sorry, I've already started on my coffee. I couldn't wait. But grab a coffee or grab a drink, grab a snack, whatever you're doing. If you're sat down, ready to watch in the morning, watch while you're cooking, watch late at night, you know, get yourself comfy and let's crack in. I'm excited, you know. Today is Friday the 29th, so it's the first day of the last week. So to me, if it sounds like I'm getting ready to close up my budget, it's because I know that in 6 days I will. Yeah, so grab my pens and let's get going. So last Friday was the 22nd and I'm just checking. I have another book that I use to budget, my Clever Fox Planner book. It was a gift for Christmas from my daughter. So although I went and bought the Budget Mum when I had the money to afford it, I don't want her to feel like I've just abandoned her book. Makes it a little bit confusing sometimes. Well, it's not confusing because it's the same numbers. So I'm literally just copying what I've already written in there. So it's like my cheat sheet essentially. So Friday the 22nd, I finally topped up that electric. If you watch me, then you will know that I carried it over. I had £60 from week 3 to roll over into electric. I tried to put the full 60 on and they were like, oh no, it's capped at 49. And then the guy in the shop said, oh, but we can just put the extra 11 on top of the 49, and it wouldn't let them. So I was just like, right, I need to bear that in mind in future budgeting, that my 49 is the most I can put on. So I've put that on, and then when I got home, I put it on and I had 70 quid on the meter, and I was like, okay, you know, I've only got 2 weeks left of the budget, like, so, which is good, you know, energy prices, it's nice to know that there is a buffer on there, because I think they've predicted I'm going to use about £20 a week, so, yeah, it's nice to know that. But also because it's a 5-week month, I'd budgeted to put £100 on the meter, whereas normally I'd put 80. So maybe just because it's over 5 weeks, maybe it doesn't need that extra 20. If it was a direct debit, it wouldn't have gone up. But I also don't want to overload the meter too much because I am waiting for a smart meter, which would mean that eventually I'd go on to direct debit payment and not key meter. There's just been I don't know if I've ever said before, but there's been an issue. My property is 10 years old and I've lived in it since it was built, and when I'm the first one in my block of flats, and when the builders when they took over well, when they left, sorry, and I took over, they didn't transfer it over properly. So there's like 2 meters registered for my address. One doesn't work and one does because I obviously use it. But the one that does work technically is still under the builders. So I can't change companies. I'm trying to get the meter changed, and they've been trying to rectify it since, well, they realised that was the issue before COVID, and they're still trying. So I'm on the waiting list, and hopefully when they get the smart meters in my area, that'll be sorted. So I don't want to have too much extra on there because I don't know how much can be transferred over. But yeah, so I got that done, but there's some left over. I had £7.49 in bills. I believe, what day is it? 22nd. My washing machine finally came out. And I also signed up to EA Play. So you'll see those in a minute. I spent £1 on food at the shop and £4.49 on spending. So when you last saw me at the end of week 3 on the 21st, and I did my check-in, I was changing up all my change because I booked a Tesco food shop, and I went to the shop. There's a post office there, so I put the money into the bank. Luckily I had a bit more because I was going to buy something online out of my my cash envelope that's like my spending, and that covered like the extra bills because these were unexpected. And well, I knew I'd signed up to EA Play, but I didn't know when it was going to come out, and I bought a little bit, but that was it really. And then on Saturday, Tesco's delivery came, and that was all I'd spent my money on, but I split it into food, so that was $48.50, household items, so painkillers, toilet rolls, kitchen foil, shampoo or soap was £12.56, and then I took the delivery charge of £3.50 and I put it into travel. So these different colours that I'm highlighting with are for my different categories, which I have down the side here. The stickers are coming off because I've got my new stickers for my new May budget on there. I have stickers telling me what they are as well, so I remember. This here was part of the move. So my household was mainly going on paracetamol for migraines and things like that. And so that's getting a new cash envelope in May. But because I wanted to break the shop down like this, so I wasn't like, oh, I'm going to spend all of my food budget on the Tesco shop, but it's actually got other, I pay for petrol to go to the food shop, or I get the bus back from the food shop, so I put the delivery in travel. But this was like the reason, the breaking it down and working out, because obviously it was one shop and I had to comb through and find out what's what. So that was the reason for changing it back to groceries, because I felt that actually the reason why I separated it wasn't working out for me. Right, now we have a naughty spend. Colour on this has changed, so I'll just initial it. Eating out. We got Domino's. I had to pay delivery on it. I've never had to pay delivery on Domino's, but then I hardly have it because it is quite expensive, and my daughter loves stuffed crust pizza, and that's like another £3, and then you get a meal deal, but it still adds up. Like, I think the deal that we had, if we hadn't had that deal, it would have been like 60 odd quid, and it was like a large pizza, so she took some to school the next day, and garlic bread, chicken things, cookies, drink. It's so expensive, but like we both just felt really rubbish this day, and we were just feeling sorry for ourselves, and I knew that I had money for a takeaway in week 5, so we bought Domino's basically. We had our takeaway a week early, and I still stupidly got the cash for the takeaway in my binder, so I need to take that out and put it back into the bank, because I had like money for bills set aside in my bank. So sorry about that, guys. So yeah, I need to put it back in so that the bills go out. Big bill day on the 25th, £133.36. Nothing wrong with that. That is the only thing that came out that day. This is my more busy 2 weeks with spending, because I get paid twice in these 2 weeks, and most of my bills come out in week 3 and week 4, so they are my busy weeks. So yeah, this was like water, gas. Nope, gas went out already the week before. What else? Broadband, mobile phones. My mobile phone was a little bit cheaper than anticipated, because I paid off my daughter's phone earlier in the month. So then I had 99p on bills this day. What bill did... Oh, I got Amazon Prime. I ordered something on Amazon, and it offered me Prime for 99p for the week. So why not, hey? I don't need to get loads. What else did I do? I did £2.30 on the bus. Oh, that was the thing this week. I am so clumsy. I fell over on the Friday when I went to the post office to put the money in for the food shop at Tesco. I fell over and I twisted my ankle. So then on the Sunday, my daughter wasn't feeling great either, and she's had like mock tests for her final GCSEs, like the exams you do when you finish school. So she's got a year to go, and she's been doing mocks, and she wasn't feeling that great. I was feeling rubbish, and I've basically felt sorry for myself a lot this week. So that was part of the thing for the takeaway. It's done now. I don't, I'm justifying it to myself. I need to work out this whole takeaway business. But yeah, but then my bus travel is higher this week because, well, I had budgeted for it anyway, but because I couldn't walk that far, but my PIP money went in. I did £9.50 on spending in town. My pip money went in, and I didn't want the money to sit in my bank account because I didn't want to spend. And then I did £90.68 on payday spending. Now, this seems really high. I had budgeted a lot less, but my council tax, I got awarded council tax benefit. And I knew that it was going to come down in future months, but I thought they were still taking payment this month. And then on the day, on the 26th, it didn't come out. Hang on a second. Oh, tickling my throat. It didn't come out. And then I checked the letter and they weren't taking payment for this month. So I had an extra £125 in my account. And I just, because I was changing the budget, my daughter wanted some bits, I needed some bits. Payday spending is kind of for me to spend on whatever. It's not set to anything. It can kind of go wherever I want it to in my budget or needs or wants. And I wanted new cash envelopes and things. So I have got an order in. Everyone makes such beautiful products. So yeah, that I didn't spend £90 on cash envelopes. It went on a lot of things, like I said, I did an Amazon order, all of that. So that's why that number is higher. And that was all my spending though. So you can tell that I wasn't feeling great because I only went to the bank and I think I went to Poundland in town, and that was it really. Then on the 27th, I spent £23.67 on bills. This was my Sky TV bill. I thought that it came out on the 26th. It came out on the 27th, so it'll be interesting. And what I will say is, if I've got the money, so this day, that was all the money I had. But if I've got the money, on my bill days, I tend to spend. But on non-bill days, I will try to not spend. If a bill goes out, it means it's not going to be a no-spend day for me. So I might think, oh, I'll just spend the money today. It's something that I noticed this week because I did £10.99 on payday spends that day. Got some binders off Amazon. Used that Prime up. I'm very impatient, so Prime is like really handy, but it's also like the worst thing. It should not be allowed Prime. Just Eat, Uber Eats. It would solve a lot of my financial problems. And then Thursday is no spend day. So I've kind of had like a no spend month with the Thursdays, which is really lovely because every Thursday has been a no spend, and then the others are all sort of dotted around. So yeah, not too bad a week. I just move some of the bits out of the way. So I don't need the highlighters anymore. Not too bad a week. I don't feel. Obviously things like takeaway, it wasn't budgeted for this week. But I'm not going to beat myself up about it. So, shall we quickly do what's left in my purse, and then we will complete savings challenges, and then we'll check out this week completely and set up for next week. I feel like I'm talking a lot. I'm just going to have a little bit of coffee. Right, so how much have I got in my purse? So I'm in like really weird mood today. So there's nothing left in my envelopes apart from electric. I'm in two minds whether to keep this in here or not. I checked my meter this morning. There's like nearly a month's worth on there still. So I'm tempted to take it out. I'm going to leave it in here for now. I'm not going to put it in my savings. I'll just roll it into next week's budget. So I kept a track of all the bits that I had left in here. But I have got quite a lot of pennies and pounds, which is always good. Is that everything? Yep. And let's get the savings binder out. So I have been looking, when I've been shopping for envelopes, I've also been looking at challenges. I did buy Ira's, Budget with Ira's downloadable PDF book, because my daughter wanted to do a couple of the challenges as well. And I'm thinking that I'm going to, at the moment I'm doing this lovely Mandala challenge by Simple Budget. I'm also doing the penny challenge. the penny challenge is starting to do my head in a bit because I kind of want it done. Like, I like that it's small amounts, but I'm not doing it. So a lot of people would do one amount a day, and I'm just kind of tracking my spare change in it. And I have so many other challenges that I want to do. So I'm kind of like thinking about how I want to do that. Like in my sinking funds, should I just put the minimum amount in? And then Sparkle Budgets has a savings challenge per sinking fund. And I thought that was quite a good idea. Miss Budgets does savings challenges for sinking funds as well, and to help stuff envelopes quicker. And I think it's kind of just completing the challenge motivates you more. So I'm just thinking about that, and I'm also thinking, what do I want to do about this one? Because there's so many. I love the penny savings challenge and I love the idea of it, but I'm not chucking all the money at it that I probably should. Like, I think, oh, am I going to even get it done this year? So I'm thinking to myself, do I chuck more money at it, or do I just kind of put it on hold? Because it's to stuff my emergency fund, so it's 670, and it goes into this jar here, and I have already changed some of my notes out when I've needed change, and then put the notes into my emergency fund folder. But I don't know with that one. So today we're just going to carry on as normal. But if you guys have any suggestions or ideas, then please let me know. What we have here is 2, 3, 4, 5, £6, 6.50, 7, 7.20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 7.25. I don't think that's a bad amount of change. Can I just say all my payday spending was done online as well, so I didn't have any physical change from that. So I don't think that's too bad at all. And what I was thinking was, I still want to get this coloured in. I didn't leave any pens out to colour it in with. Yes, I did. I have the cat laying on them. But I haven't decided what to do about this. So I think I am going to put £3 into this one. Oh, he is laying on my other pen. Darn. I liked that they were all the same colour. No, I found it. I handed it out. Sorry, cat. He's laying just slightly off camera. Yeah, £3. So that would mean, should I colour 3 £1? 1, 2, 3. Or should I do a £2 and a £1? That is a tough one. I'm going to do 3 1s. No, I'm not. I'm going to do 1 1. Anyone else find it hard to decide? I'm looking at the picture thinking I want it to be like progress more, so I want to colour more 1s, but then part of me is like, oh, what if you have a week where you only have £1 and you've coloured all the 1s in? Could do with getting some of these 5s coloured in as well. But yeah, so that's a £2 and a £1 coloured in to make £3, and then I'll put it in my savings challenge jar. Sorry, that was loud. What's nice is that I've got a couple of £5 notes in here as well. I don't know if you can see. I think I've changed up money, maybe off camera, maybe on camera. I can't remember. You guys will have to tell me. But it's nice. So I feel like I've got loads to colour in, but when I actually look in the jar, I can see that I've got quite a bit in there. So that kind of really makes me feel quite good about it all. Right, so that will leave me, it should be £4.25 for the penny savings challenge. So I'm going to try and cross off the big ones, because I feel like once these are more crossed off, then it will fly a bit quicker. So I don't have £3.61, but can I do £3.55? Yeah. So I've got £3.55 done. let's move this to one side, and then we've got 70p left. And 70p is there. Yeah, that is right. Maybe I need to alternate weeks or something. 1 week do penny challenge, 1 week do savings challenge. And I've got so many savings challenges. Like, everyone just makes such amazing challenges, such cute challenges, like such motivating challenges, that part of me thought, oh, should I just do like my whole budget as savings challenges? But yeah, so that is £4.25 into this budget, the emergency fund penny savings challenge. I don't know, anyone else? I think other people, I've seen them say on Instagram and YouTube that they get a bit fed up with the penny savings challenge. It is a longer one, isn't it? And maybe that's what makes it hard. Maybe actually just can you, what would be the amount you put in daily? Right, so I wrote up a new April month sheet after my cat kindly sat all over it. I've been keeping my bills updated, so I wrote in all my bills this week. I only have one left to go out, but I need to put the money back in my bank account for it, because my bank has about £1 left. I've had new bills come out, so I've put them in a different box. I haven't updated any of these yet. I'll do that in my budget closeout, and it's the same for the other sections. So not a lot has changed there. What I have done this week, though, is we're going to do the adding together. Can you see that? Just about. Right, so I can't remember your name, I'm really sorry, but you said to me about where I'd gone wrong on my figures last week, and so I have my new figure here. You were right, I double checked it. Which, thank you so much, because I don't want my figures to be different each week, because it is going to be my adding, because everything's in here, or I've forgotten to write something down, which I'm now getting into the habit of doing as soon as I get home from spending, or if I've ordered something online, I try and write it in straight away so that I don't forget. So let's add this up. It looks like you can see okay. So my income this week was a rollover of £294.80 plus £21.80 child benefit plus £498.34p from PIP, plus I put a fiver towards what I bought online, and our total income was £819.94p. So moving on to bills, I worked out that all my bills were £164.52. So let's take that away. £819.94. Take away £164.52p, which leaves a 65542. And I've written it in my next box where I roll it over. Sorry, I'm trying not to hit the camera. So 65542, take away my total for cash envelopes of 272.75, which leaves £382.67. Take that over here, £382.67. Hopefully you can still see this. I put a nice healthy amount of 290 in, so let's take that away, which leaves £92.67. £92.67 rolled over into extra debt. Take away 5, which I put towards my mobile phone, and that's £87.67. So start extra savings with £87.67. I haven't added that up, so £7.25 towards savings. Take away £7.25, leaving me with £80.42, which I should have in cash here. Hopefully this will work out. Right. Oh, also, because Oh, my mobile phone bill went out this week. I have these to do. I should have done them when I done my bills. Let's check and stuff my cash envelopes, and then we'll do these. Do you think we'll do the colouring at the end? So if people don't want to watch the colouring, they can just turn off, or do the colouring when I'm talking about my bills going out, because my Sky Mobile was a lot cheaper. It was $38.53, but the payments on these are still the same. So let me know in the comments. We're looking for £80.42. So I'm going to deduct it on the calculator as I stuff my weekly envelopes for week 5 of April. Open it up, ready. Right, food is getting 15, so take away 15. Because I did a 2-week food shop last week, so this is just top up. I may not even need all of this. It will probably just be treat bits that we want as well. Household is getting 5. Take away 5. Again, split over 2 weeks. Spending is getting 10 for this week. And then travel is also getting 10. I nearly only took off £1 then. That would not have been good. Electric has got 11 in it. And then eating out, like the other one, has got 30. So apparently I'm minus 58, but I have a £1 1p in my bank. So that is interesting. I'm going to put that in banking. And then there's my fuel cash envelope, which is saving up for fuel when I get a car, my cash envelope and my daughter's. So this is interesting. Minus 58p. Who knows? I've got more money than my budget says. So maybe I've overcalculated something here. Oh, dearie me. Do you know what? I'm looking forward to next month when I know exactly what's coming in. And I'm kind of hoping that the council tax rebate comes in this week, just because then it's done and dusted. I mean, I've decided in my head what it's being spent on. But I just want it out the way, and I just want a simple budget. You know, I've had so many budgets that didn't go well or anything else. Because of money changes, leaving my job, etc., etc., and worrying that I can't survive the month and things, that, you know, I'll take that to be inaccurate. I have about 52p more than that, says it, or whatever. Okay, so very quickly, my wins for the week. I put £190 into sinking funds, and that I stuffed for birthdays, for all the big birthdays, all the way through till July, mid-July. It might be all of July, actually. I can't remember if I've got a birthday mid-July or not. But, so that's a massive achievement. And actually, one of the birthdays in that lot that I've stuffed is actually in 5 days. And I really don't want to break into it to go and spend it, because I'm so pleased that I have saved it. So I need to go and get him a little something. But yeah, so that's a massive win for this week and for just me in general. Work on this week is eating out. I'm really struggling with it. I mean, I don't want to do it from a weight side of things, but also like money and spending. Takeaways are a comfort food for me. And I'd like it if that money went on eating out and going to restaurants and stuff. And maybe when I've got a car, it will change slightly. But do I increase the budget to allow for it so that I don't feel like I'm being really bad doing it? and that it's okay to have one, and then maybe the novelty will wear off if I'm having one once a week that I'm allowed to have. I live in the middle of a city, so I literally can get anything delivered to me, like literally anything. I think even Asda's deliver on Deliveroo. Like all the restaurants, all the takeaways, like there's no need to leave your door to go and get fine dining or junk food. So I really don't know on a personal sense what to do about this. I have increased the budget for next month a little bit. Yeah, I really need to sit and think on this. I also put working on paid and spending. I put that I had a higher amount due to no council tax, and I used it for cash envelopes and new binders, because my binders are pretty scratched up on the front from the cats, and that just really, like, the binders still work, but it just, I like them to look nice. I love my budgeting and my binders, and you want nice envelopes and binders, and I spend this money and they've scratched it up. But I did kind of say to myself, could it have been better spent in sinking funds? But I think I've already put quite a bit in, so maybe I deserve that treat. So it wasn't a working on it, was like a thought process. So next week is going to be a quiet week. It's the last week of the month. I have a TV license to go out. I've just stuffed all my cash envelopes for the week. I might put money into sinking funds and extra debt. We'll see how the week goes. So if you don't like watching the colouring sections, please leave now. But and it was nice to see you. Thank you for watching. But if you do, then let's have a little colour. As I know some people have said that they like watching the colouring. So what I'm doing here is, my phone is what I'm saving in my extra debt folder for. And because extra debt in my budget is orange, I coloured that in orange. But red is my bill colour, or actually it's changing to hot pink, which is going to be confusing. So I've marked off all the ones that I need to colour in because I've paid my bill. And that's what we're doing here. Luckily, the phone and the tablet are on 0 interest. So I don't, what I pay each month towards it is what it'll pay off the actual outstanding balance, like the final amount, which I'm really glad and fortunate is the case. So I don't really need to stuff towards extra debt, because if I just let my debts go as they were, I would be debt free in 2024. But paying off some of my debts with my extra money has kind of motivated me, or spurred me on a bit. It was a nice feeling, like getting stuffed in my sinking funds. I feel like although this month has been a lot higher budget than I'm used to, it's been a good month budgeting wise. I don't know. Anyone else feel that way when they have a bit of extra money and they feel like they've achieved some things, that it actually is going their way for once? Or is that just the excitement in me after a good week? So what I'm colouring in here is this amount is per square, so it's a lot of squares I'm colouring in. I actually only paid £13 off it with my bill, but it works out on quite a few squares because there's 120 pieces. But yeah, it makes it feel like I've done more because I've coloured in more. So now we're going to do it for the tablet. I'm not saving the extra debt for the tablet yet. It's got a much higher amount on my phone, so we'll just let the monthly amount roll off. So I realised yesterday, I'm filming this on Friday the 29th. It is May Bank Holiday weekend here in the UK. So if you've got May Bank Holiday weekend, what have you got planned? Anything nice? Hopefully the weather stays. It's been fairly nice where I am. It's not been too hot, but it's been warm. It's been hoodie weather, sometimes t-shirt weather. But today it looks a little bit overcast, so hopefully it will stay nice. We're not doing anything in particular for it. I think it'll be a chilled one. I need to go and get some birthday presents out of my sinking fund money. Does anyone else feel like that? They save it up and then they don't want to spend it. I guess I've never really had savings at all, so it's nice to have them. I'm used to winging it by the seat of my pants. Is that the phrase? Anyway, so yeah, that's those two coloured in. The red is what's my monthly payment. A long way to go, but I feel like I've definitely made a dent into this. So this isn't necessary. This is just something that I'm using to help motivate me and keep me on track. These sheets are from, sorry, I've just knocked the camera, are from the Budget Mum on her free resources on her website. If you want to have a look, I usually try and tag the Budget Mum's workbook in the comments, but type into Google Budget Mum free resources and you should get taken to a page on the Budget Mum's website. You have to put your email address in and it'll send you a password. That's how it used to work last year. But it's basically links you to all her free resources that you can download and print. So everyone, or anyone that's still with me, thank you for watching. Thank you for your support, your subscriptions. 300, wow. I'm just still so chuffed. 1 week to go of April and then we've done a whole month. Whoop, whoop. No breaks, no yeah, it's been done and I'm quite proud of myself actually, because I think March I dipped out for like 2 weeks. Yeah, so everyone have a good weekend and I will see you on May the 4th be with you for the giveaway announcement. I can't forget that. I'm going to go write that on my calendar. Right. Have a good weekend, everyone, and I will see you on Wednesday the 4th. Bye.